Bible quoters all of a sudden. Meanwhile, Barack Obama, maybe the most morally self-righteous person ever, returned to the campaign trail, his favorite venue, and is back to his favorite hobby, lecturing America on its bigotry. Watch.
Politicians try to keep us angry and keep us cynical, and they appeal to our tribal instincts and appeal to fear, and they try to pit one group against the other. And they tell us, oh, order and security will be restored if it weren't for those folks who don't look like us or sound like us or pray like we do. When we don't vote, when we take our basic rights for granted, other voices fill the void. And demagogues get out there and they promise simple fixes to complicated problems.
So Obama is condemning demagoguery, huh? That's a little much, given that for years he's been its chief practitioner in this country. The entire premise of Obama's speech, like countless other speeches he has given, is that his opponents are racist and therefore unreasonable and worth ignoring. The idea that if he calls Americans racist enough times, they will obey. That's how he ran the country for 8 years. This is not a policy argument he's making. It's a theological one. The question is, as a political matter, does it still work? What if people aren't intimidated by this anymore? What if Obama's no longer a credible moral voice? And by the way, why exactly would he be a credible moral voice? Democrats tried this very same approach in 2016. Vote for us or you're a bad person. How'd that work out for them? People resented it so much that they voted for a former casino owner so they wouldn't have to hear it anymore. Trump may have affairs with porn stars, but at least he doesn't go on about how he's so much better than you. Democrats don't understand this. They'll never understand this because it will never occur to them that they're not better than you. Their belief in their own moral superiority is at the heart of why they're liberals in the first place. But for millions of others, though, normal people, Obama's speeches are simply a reminder of why they voted for Trump. Dan Bongino is a former Secret Service agent and the author of Spygate, the attempted sabotage of Donald J. Trump, and he joins us tonight. Dan, I'm not sure this helps the Democrats.
No, it doesn't, Tucker. And this is all when you listen to those speeches, those absurd speeches, by the way, in the interview with Chelsea Clinton. These are all based on assumptions that the Democrats assume are dispositive, and they're not. And it's an assumption I wish Republicans, more of them, would come out and fight on a higher principle. And the assumption is this, that government is some kind of a net philanthropic good in your life. Tucker, there's very little evidence that any of that is actually true. So just to be clear what I'm saying, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Chelsea take this faux moral high ground saying we support a bigger government based on the assumption that this is somehow good for you. Outside of the basic roles of the republic, a military and a court system, Tucker, as I said, there's almost no evidence this is true. Look at the places around America, frankly around the world, where the government's expansive and all-powerful over your life. What do you see? You see despair, you see crime, you see poverty, you see the absence of liberty. Government is not a force for net good in your life, and I wish more Republicans would stop accepting that 30,000-foot argument as a dispositive one.
So I wonder, though, if the country's changed a little bit. Obama's pitch always was the same. Do what I tell you to do, or else I'll call you a bad person, or else you are a bad person. Yeah. You're a bigot if you don't like Obamacare. They literally told us that. But I wonder if a lot of people have come to the conclusion, like, I don't really care what Obama thinks. I'm not a bad person. You have contempt for me. I don't care. You no longer have power over me. It's certainly how I feel. I wonder if there are others who feel that way.
Well, Tucker, Barack Obama is very tactical here, and what he's doing it's not right. It's morally wrong, but it's a very slick tactical strategy. Removing people and separating them from their liberty, Tucker, has never been easy throughout human history. And when I say liberty, I mean real touchable, tangible things. Taking their money, taking their kids' education, their health care away. The way you do that is doing exactly what Barack Obama does. It's not by lobbying on a platform yourself. Hey, give us all your money. Let's expand government. You don't hear Democrats really saying and pitching that stuff. What you hear them saying is, don't vote for those guys. They're the racists. They're evil. We're going to protect you against them. It's not what we can do for you. It's we'll protect you against those other guys who are really bad. That's the genesis of identity politics in this new post-JFK liberal movement. That party of JFK, those Democrats, they're long gone. Those are now moderate Republicans.
But it's all moral blackmail. Because their pitch really is, American history is so disgusting and indefensible that you have no right to disobey us. And, like, that takes our complicity. We have to agree with that for it to work. And I just don't agree with it.
Tucker, I think it worked for a while, but I think the genesis of social media and the prevalence now of the internet and alternative stories for news and sources for news, they don't have a monopoly, the big three anymore. So that message that we're all evil and we're all bad and, we should absolve ourselves of sin by voting for Democrats, it's not working anymore because you have other people countering that to average Americans who can read it on their smartphones right here.
And that's why they want to shut down social media. Dan Bongino, so smart, always. Thank you.